1, 2, is this on? Yo, Jimmy, hit me with that Triple H. Yeah, you let the music keep playing, Mr. Dumb. Yo, tell me whose time it is now. Yeah, just kicking it up here. Start time. Yo, here comes trouble. Not gonna listen to anybody. Tell me who and what to be. Not trying to be like everybody. Time to play make believe. 'Cause I'm in the blind, the blind, the blind. Last time, I died. Last time this time. Last time, last time, last time.
You know, the theme My Time is very poetic in this certain type of episode, especially when you know the rivalry that's going on between myself, Nate the Effing Great, and my guest joining here today is indeed the one, the only, calling all the way from Valifornia, Miss SoCal Val. How are you doing?
I am great, Nate. How are you?
Oh, just as peachy as can be, especially in the dreary Wisconsin area. And we've already talked a little bit before the show about how you're not rubbing in the face that you got the better weather end of the
No,
deal.
I wouldn't do that to you, Nate. Would I do that to you?
I don't know. I mean, you got the good weather. Wrestlemania is happening in basically your backyard, so it's
Right.
Takeover. Not at all a reason to rub salt in the wound this time around. Not at all.
I'm gonna have to send you a short video of where I'm calling from. It's hysterical. I'm at the Hard Rock Universal Resort. I'm on a little staycation. My house is literally down the street, but it was my birthday yesterday, so why not do a staycation if you can do it, right?
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, shit. I mean, it's your birthday, so you can do whatever you want, really. So-
Pretty much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed here, and we are indeed trying to hopefully conclude the rivalry that has been going on since, gosh dang, we've been doing this thing for almost 2 years now, I think. 2 years in
It's
June.
a bigger feud than Benoit Angle over and over and over again.
Ooh.
Not better, but bigger. Maybe.
Oh man, Kurt Angle, if you're listening to this show, please by no means. I don't think I can compare to you in all honesty, and please don't shatter my ankle.
Me either.
Well, I mean, we talked about this on the show last time. You were the one that came very close to Kurt Angle almost breaking your ankle during your tenure in TNA. So I think if anybody knows what Kurt Angle's capable of, it's definitely you.
Yeah, definitely. And it's so funny because he's such a tough, in some ways intimidating character, but he's very intense. When he looks at you, he talks directly to you. But the second that he starts talking to you, you're like, wow, he's the nicest person in the world. It's really interesting.
Well, funny thing is that even if he tries being the nice person, I will probably pee my pants and think, oh my God, this is Kurt Angle. He's talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm still intimidated. I think I need to take a moment here. So.
Sure, and there's that star power, but not in a pretentious way. It's just whoa, it's Kurt Angle. But he's so nice.
Oh gosh, I believe that in the biggest way. And honestly, you guys, nobody deserves to go in the Hall of Fame this Friday other than Kurt Angle. It's just going to be an awesome moment just to see him talking about his wrestling career, just having great stories. Flat out, I'm looking forward to seeing that. It's going to be awesome.
It is, and honestly, I'm so proud of him and of DDP. I mean, when people are inducted to the Hall of Fame, I don't always know them or have a personal connection, but those two guys, really no one deserves it better. And with DDP and all he's doing for everybody's lives and health, and he's making such a difference in people's lives, and Kurt Angle has done the same, so I think it's so well deserved.
Did you want to do a cheap plug for DDP Yoga, or do you not practice that?
Well, you can also get DDP Yoga on Fight TV for a limited time for only $48.79, which is quite a discount, and you can do the entire DDP Yoga series, the whole bundle on Fight at a discount. You can work out with DDP. So just throwing that out there in case anyone was interested.
Even though Mick Foley is gone, the cheap plugs are still around, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
And I should mention it's not your mama's yoga, so be prepared for not the usual namaste BS. This is really cool, intense but fun with DDP cracking jokes. It's great.
Oh man, I might actually be tempted to join up for that. All right, so let's get right into it, guys. We are doing our predictions here for WrestleMania weekend as well as NXT TakeOver, and it has been, geez Louise, ever since we first started doing this thing, it's been so far been a close tie, and this is the one that's going to decide it all. Who's going to come out on top this weekend? Is it going to be Valifornia, or is it going to be the effing greatness and yours truly, Nate the effing great? And of course, for those of you that haven't seen what we've kind of put each other through, you can definitely check it out on either our Facebook pages or our, Twitter pages. One, of course.
It's worth the replays, I think.
All right. Well, let's start off a little bit with what happened when I lost back in 2015 it was, because I remember we actually did this as a regular basis kind of deal where it was like every pay-per-view we always had some kind of predictions going on. And basically I was the one who came up short, TLC. Why do you hate me so? In which I was forced to dress up as John Cena, your boy, and I know you do, and it's just one of those things where it's just like, I'm going to be a man of my word, but at the same time, I kind of hate everything right now. And you could just see the joy and adulation in my face when I took that picture. It was not fun for me, but you just ate it up so much when I posted that picture.
It was so funny, and I know it was killing you inside, but gosh, you took one for the team, and you made it your own. What was weird is I couldn't see you in the photo. I just couldn't see you.
Oh, gosh. Here come the pawns. I went there. But you know what? I finally did get my redemption in a little bit of a dominant fashion at SummerSlam this last year, although I will say she might have won in the end because she did get the women's championship match correct, and that is usually the only match that really matters. I mean, come on. It's a women's title match, and it's Sasha Banks versus, Charlotte. Come on.
Yeah. And all the women are just on such a high right now. That's why it's so unpredictable.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I mean, geez, you're going to take this Sunday. We're going to get into that in just a bit. But I got my redemption by having Miss Valerie over here. She got to admit to the whole entire world that I was just as glorious as the NXT champion, Bobby Roode. And that was just beautiful.
Yes. That was also a good stipulation. I loved it.
Well, if we're going to do this again for WrestleMania, I think that we need to do something else that also involves Twitter. And I think I might have the perfect deal to do this. Now, for a lot of you people that know, there was a big thing that happened for a while, and that was the Vine, like a 7-second video, small little video. So if you're up for this, Valerie, I have a proposal.
I miss Vine.
You're in the Vine?
I miss it. I think, did they get rid of it? I heard they did.
I don't see why they would have gotten rid of it. I thought it was actually still pretty good. I mean, you can still find Vines aplenty on YouTube, so let's...
I think they were going to, because I kept seeing all the tweets that were like, #RIP Vine,
you know what? Let's bring it back then. So let's have this. If you're up for this, Valerie, let's have the loser of this do a little bit of a 7-second Vine, basically saying something positive about the winner. And for you, if you do lose, I'm not going to accept. I am positive that Nate the effing great loves John Cena. I'm not going to accept that. Come on. I mean,
that's funny. Okay, yeah, we'll do a little shout out video as the loser has to.
All right. So the stipulations are set, and let's get these predictions underway. Starting off with, you can't go wrong with NXT TakeOver. And honestly, you guys, NXT TakeOver Orlando is looking to be a really good card. And honestly, 4 matches on there, I'm not complaining. It's not that bad. We're going to kick it off with Andrade Cien Almas taking on the new debuting Aleister Black, also known as Tommy End. Who have you got and why?
That's a tough one because, I mean, Aleister Black is so new. I feel like am I saying it right? Almas? I'll just call him Almas because it's easier to say. Mm-hmm. Unless am I pronouncing it wrong?
No, you're right. You're right. You're fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go with Almas just because I think he's a little more established. I think Aleister Black could use that win, but I don't see him getting it this early on in his career.
Well, I'm going to have to disagree with you, and I'm going to have to go with Aleister Black. And you have to remember that the last time you picked Almas, it was against the glorious Bobby Roode. And let's just say that didn't work out too well for you now, did it?
No, it didn't.
but at the same time, it was your boy Bobby Roode, so it really was kind of more of a bittersweet moment for you, I guess.
Yes, I do love Bobby Roode.
All right, so the next matchup is
How can you not, right?
Gosh, yeah. I mean, I still tell people the story that you told me about Bobby Roode, about somebody just saying, like, man, it must be great to be Bobby Roode. And he just turns around, having that smuggle grin and just saying, yes, it is. It's like...
Yeah, that is classic Roode.
The next matchup is the Triple Threat Tag Team Elimination matchup for the NXT Tag Team titles. Authors of Pain defending against DIY as well as the Revival. Man, if it was just a regular triple threat match, it was one of those things where it's like, okay, I can know definitely who I'm picking. But now that it's a triple threat elimination match, it's one of those things where it's like, it could go either way. But I am going to be going with the Authors of Pain retaining against DIY. Hashtag DIY and the Revival. I think that this is going to be Johnny Gargano's, Tommaso Ciampa's, as well as Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder's basically, send-off match. And they'll probably be making it to the main roster soon. But I could be wrong. Who do you think? Who do you got?
I'm going to go with DIY. And I honestly haven't seen enough of them or Authors of Pain to make a really educated decision. But I'm not a huge Authors of Pain fan, if I'm being honest. They don't really resonate with me. I love the Revival, but I think I'm going to go with DIY. I just feel like it might be their time to win.
In all honesty, I think it would do them a little bit of justice, considering their first run was about a month. And I thought, wait, really? Because I honestly agree with you. I was not always a fan of Authors of Pain. I'm still not. I'm
not sold yet. I mean, I'm not saying I dislike them. I'm just not really sold yet. I think DIY is really exciting. I love the Revival, but I feel like it's just not. It doesn't make. I don't feel like it would make sense for Revival to win right now. I feel like it would be DIY's time.
Yeah, so we're on a difference of opinion here, but we'll have to see on Saturdays how this will. And this might be another difference of opinion. The NXT Women's Championship. The undefeated champion, longest reigning champion in NXT's history, that being Asuka, defending against the also undefeated, actually, Ember Moon. Oh, boy. That is going to be tough. But
I immediately go with Asuka. I immediately go with Asuka for sure.
You're immediately going with Asuka?
Yeah, for sure.
Man. I want to go with Asuka, but at the same time, I think that she's done everything she needs to do in NXT. I think it's time for her to get that call up to the main roster, hopefully to SmackDown, because I think they definitely need a little bit of a rejuvenation in their women's division. But no disrespect to them.
Thought, but at the same time, they're so overloaded with women on the main roster that I feel like maybe she's not done. But that's just, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, I guess so. This will be another one that I think I'll take the other opponent. I'm going to pick Ember Moon to pick up the upset as well as the victory. Hopefully she wins the title, but you know what? If Asuka wins, I'm honestly not against it. I think it would be awesome. I think it would be glorious, which transitions perfectly to the main event, of course, being the NXT Championship matchup. Glorious Bobby Roode defending his title against Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, man. Gosh, I don't...
So I got a funny story to tell you about this. So when I was making my predictions with a lot of my other co-hosts at the Elite Ringside Network, it was only myself and my friend Spencer. We actually were the only two to actually pick Bobby Roode, and everybody else was just so into the idea that it's going to be Nakamura. It's going to be Nakamura. And lo and behold, I was at one of my friend's house, and we see Bobby Roode winning the title, and I literally just fell to my knees like, are you serious? This is awesome. Bobby Roode is champion. I'm so happy. It was amazing. A lot of people didn't like how he won, but in all honesty, it was one of those things where it's like, it's Bobby Roode. He's the only one that can make that win work. So that is why I'm going with Bobby Roode, and I think he's going to find a way to beat Nakamura again. This time, maybe with shenanigans, maybe with none, maybe clean. Who knows? Who you got, the Glorious One or the King of Strong Style?
I have to say, I have to, and I want to say Bobby Roode.
But
I love Shinsuke. It took me kind of a while to sort of understand his sort of unorthodox ways, if you will. But because I was kind of like, who is this guy? I don't know how to take him, and like, what is going on here? But I love Bobby Roode, and I think he's still on such a high. And I would personally love to see Bobby Roode win this one.
You're going with the Glorious One, Bobby Roode?
Going with the Glorious.
Man.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, the crazy thing was that I didn't really know about Shinsuke Nakamura either, and then I see him doing that video with Sami Zayn.